Lovely stuff. It sounded like fourth noted harmonies. It's very Egyptian sounding.
Yeah.
If you use third noted harmonies, then it's very typical to metal. If you use fourth noted harmonies, can also work, but it sounds slightly more Egyptian robotic type sound. So it's interesting to do that. And of course, you don't want to every time use the same harmony pitch distance. You know, if you play thirds away from everything you do, all your harmonies are going to be third. If you do the same with fourth, all the things going to sound the same. But you want to find stuff that is slightly more bright and colorful and happy in one instance, and a bit more serious and grave in another instance. So it depends on what the song calls for. So yeah, the lead guitarist's job is to find what works and to find those sweet spots, and to do that, and to then execute it passionately, to execute it with a lot of spunk. But to do that fluently, to do that in a functional way, like in a band or instrumental project or something, of course, as you and I both know, it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. Very nice. So I want to give you a bit of a challenge there. So whatever you come up with on the higher frets or lower frets, just harmonize with it. Find a harmony and do something that you like.
It sounds cool, but it's too it sounds the same the whole way.
Yeah, and that's
maybe I can do that when I ascend to decent. Maybe I do something else.
Yeah, the thing with harmonies is you have to copy what you did initially. You have to copy the pattern at least. Your notation can be whichever.
No, just like a different pattern to make it sound just a little bit different.
Yeah, a different pattern can work. You just want to keep the same emphases.
No. Maybe from there I'll go diminished.
Yeah. All you have to do is settle on what kind of melody you're going to use, and then once you've solidified that, you do exactly the same pattern in a harmony.
Yeah.
It's a process, man. One important thing is when you reach the apex, the highest note, you want to make sure that the harmony note there doesn't clash or is not skimmed over. You have to make sure that it's very pronounced, because that's a beacon point. So where you start is a beacon point, the highest pitch of your run is a beacon point, and when you end, it's a beacon point. So in that sense, you want to get those three parts well gelled together, and also in between. But if you have starts and finishes resolved, it sounds good. Yeah, that's good. I like the apex note there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't always go the way we plan. That was nice. And there was a little bit of a surprise because you reiterated, you backtracked some of your notes in the harmony, and I liked that. Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that took forever.
Yeah, but you see, this trains your brain because it sharpens your skills on the fretboard. It's a bit of labor. You have to do a bit of digging and, you know, axe picking into the soil, so to speak. But, you know, it's a bit of labor. But once you get that down, you know, exactly. Once you get that down, it's going to train you. It's going to give you new amalgamated skills. You're going to, you know, assimilate it into your playing. Okay, so another harmony. Maybe something really fast and quick that you copy very precisely. Use the same scale in a higher or lower capacity.
Okay, let's try that.
It sounded good. It sounded good, but like I said, it's a digging process and it's not always fun. You have to have a certain level of energy and readiness to do that, you know, and that's how musicians, we often do that. Is I don't really feel inspired today, so I'm just going to leave it, and the other day, like, yeah, I've had enough coffee and I feel good, so I'm going to attempt something. That is a beautiful, very clear run. If you can harmonize on that, like a really high harmony, as high as you can go, as it would permit you according to the tones you need. Try that.
Like,
do the initial one you just did, the middle range one on the neck, and then try a high harmony.
almost. Oh,
that is lovely. That's lovely. It's good stuff. See, that's the kind of run that you do. For instance, if you're in a piece of music and it's raged out a little bit, there's been a lot of fast runs. You end on a climactic point and you have that run to finish it, or to initiate the next run. It all depends on the piece of music you're soloing over. So that is great to use, and that's very enjoyable to the listener. When the listener hears that thing, you know, it just, oh, that's cool, I want to hear more, you know, and that's it sparks intrigue. But yeah, I mean, that's really cool. I really like that run. So yeah, and like with the A harmonic minor, or the harmonic minor structure, in this case A, so I'm trying to rotate it as much as possible, regurgitate runs back and forth on a string without getting monotonous. You can only do it for so long, though. Yeah. Yes, and to harmonize with that, takes a lot more effort, because you have to now, you've created nuances and certain sound types that are very specific. If you don't copy them in the harmony, the harmony suffers, right? So that's a challenge, but once again, it grows your playing. So what I just thought is the A minor, if you rotate it a couple of times and you use 2 octaves in the harmony, for instance, so over that kind of run, you then play the first one in a higher setting, and the second time the rotation happens, you play an even higher setting, or a higher but different. You don't necessarily have to use the same octave, but you use, let's say, if you harmonize fifths away from this. Right, if you harmonize fifths away from this in the first harmony that you do, the second rotation you harmonize thirds or fourths away. It is an interesting thing. It unfolds, right? So you want that kind of intrigue in your playing. That is nice, especially when you ended it was clear. And that is, I find, extremely important and nice in solos, is especially the high ends. All your notes must be clear, but when you do those high notes and they are pronounced, it's good. Yeah, it's clear.
I especially love it when it's super clear with like a pick. Super clear, like
exactly. There's nothing sloppy or lacking. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Can't be picky.
Yeah. And so, of course, you don't want to do a harmony for everything, but there are certain runs that just beg for a harmony. They want to be harmonized over. But you have to decide on where the gravity point is. So there's a lot of nuances to music, of course, that you have to dig out, discover, and go for it.